Want to move it down, actually? There we go. That's perfect. Okay. So this is our first podcast. I'm with Devin Palmer, my first guest, maybe possible future co-host. We'll see about that.
We'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, see what time we have. First topic is Parks Division in NFL football right now, and I will go with the West. I'm not sure what Palmer will go with. What are you thinking?
It comes down to, are you talking competitive as in, competitive for a Super Bowl, or competitive as in the division's gonna beat themselves up together so much that it's hard for them to make a Super Bowl run. It comes down to that. I gotta go with the NFC North. I just do. Lions are 2 bad penalties and a fumble away from being 5-1-1, or 5-1-1. Kyler Murray does what Kyler Murray did and completely shut out the Lions in the second half of that game and just came back and won, or tied it at the end, I should say. But other than that, I gotta go with the NFC North.
See, here's the thing. I feel like you just made my argument easier because you mentioned a West team, and I really do think I think the West is better because you got San Francisco that has been dominating on defense with that admittedly average offense, most of the time, but it's still a crazy good defense. Then you got Seahawks, which I actually starting to think they're the better team. They just had a couple bad breaks. And they have a good defense as well. Maybe not as good as San Fran, but they got a way better offense with Russell Wilson. I can't do my W's today. And then you also have the Rams that are coming back. Like, they started not great this year, but now they're 5-3, and the Rams are still competitive. And then Arizona gave San Francisco a run for their money last Thursday, right? And and you got every quarterback in that division is a franchise quarterback. There's no real well, I guess you can argue San Francisco's quarterback, what's his name again?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo. I always call him Jimmy G. But besides him, I'm still holding out on saying he's a franchise quarterback yet. But all the rest of them are franchise quarterbacks, and there's no real, duds in that division.
See, I'm vice versa of that. I haven't seen enough Kyler Murray. I've seen him come back in the half, play some second good halves, but I've also seen him play some bad football where he just relies on the run game too much, and they don't make enough big plays.
That is true.
Jimmy Garoppolo came out, just had a great game last game. So I see Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of him, but you can see the experience he got from sitting behind Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah.
And you can just see that actually helped him.
I don't think he'll be as successful as Tom Brady, but he plays a lot like Tom Brady, like the short throws, tight windows. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. And then back to it. I mean, the Chicago Bears are quarterbacks away from being a dominant football team.
Using my own video against me.
Yeah. That's what I see it as. If Chicago was smart, they would just get a quarterback.
Oh yeah.
They have. They waited too long. They should have got somebody.
There's a different topic. I'm gonna bring that back up. So.
Yeah. So, in my argument, I think the North is just so. They have 3. Obviously, can't put the Lions in there, but 3 of the top 10 defenses, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then you just have a quarterback that can single-handedly pick a team up and carry them. So I mean,
yeah,
it's a very iffy division because there's a lot of what ifs. But
I feel like the offenses are pretty weak in that division though, because Green Bay, they've been turning they usually do. Besides the last 2 years. Minnesota, on any given Sunday, they play a really good offense randomly and freaking against the Lions for some reason.
Yeah.
Then Matthew Stafford, I think if he keeps doing what he's doing, he'll be nominated for MVP. Definitely not win, but he'll be there.
Yeah, I mean, he should be in. He should be in the discussion.
Yeah, I think he's like a dark horse. Candidate.
I mean, and the reason he's shadowed is how poorly everywhere else on the field they are.
Yeah.
I mean, no rush game, no defense. I mean,
left tackle. What's it? I can't think of his name right now, but our left tackle has not panned out so far.
Oh no,
I'll still be patient with him because, like I said in my my Green Bay video, you gotta be patient with offensive linemen because it takes a little bit to get them together. But I haven't been impressed on one-on-one. When he has to go against a defensive end one-on-one, I haven't been impressed so far.
See, I like the NFC North offense, except for
Chicago.
Chicago. You can't like Chicago's offense.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I actually like their offense coordinator and their head coach because their offense is very clever, and I like watching it because it's a lot of smoke and mirrors and stuff, and it's the most rated offense. But after that, because Kyler Murray is just has such a weak arm, man.
You mean Trubisky?
Trubisky, gosh.
Mitch. Yeah, Mitch. He does. He's slow with his decision making. Holds the ball just a little too long. And he does have a weak arm. I mean, it's kind of accurate depends on the day. Not very often is it accurate, but it is.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it goes. I mean, I love Minnesota's offense. I see them popping once Adam Thielen comes back.
Yeah, I can see it, but I don't trust Kirk Cousins yet.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't made a video about them because Kirk Cousins is just so up and down. I like Kirk Cousins. I follow him on Instagram, a bunch of stuff, and I think he's interesting, but when he goes against above average defenses, even Green Bay's defense, he will fall apart.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, but if you need to be, I mean, you could just throw quick slants all day. And just give it to the man in the backfield.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook is having a great year. I mean, he's just having.
They won a couple of games off of him.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love when they interview Kirk Cousins when Dalvin Cook carried most of the game, and he's like, everyone did good, but when he carries the team, he talks about himself
Kirk
a lot.
Cousins, yeah, I'm fantastic. I'm glad I had a great game. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So I mean, I can see it going either way, but I really don't see a division stronger than. I mean, you can't really debate any other division other than the NFC North and the NFC West. I mean,
I had a question. You mentioned back ago you were talking about how you have your doubts about Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Do you feel like his ceiling is Russell Wilson though, like Russell Wilson level of production?
See, I see him. Russell Wilson is a very good decision maker, and he throws a decent deep ball.
Yeah.
I see Kyler Moore a little bit more different. He does have some good maneuverability out of the quarterback position. But I also see it that he has a really strong and accurate arm for short range. So I could see it going, if he develops his deep ball, I could see him actually in 3-4 years. I mean, he's a rookie this year, so it's hard to really tell, but he stays healthy and keeps developing. 3-4 years, I could actually see him, passing Russell Wilson and keep learning. I could see him.
See, I love Murray, but I would never drafted him because size does matter. At what point do we say a quarterback's too? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple. I mean, if you go back and watch playing against San Francisco, there's a couple of plays that I watched, and I was like, if he was 2 inches shorter, he would have been able to see over that offensive lineman and make a more accurate throw. Yeah. But man, he's got it for short range. A 10-yard pass. I mean, he's deadly. When he threw that, I can't remember who he threw it to, but it was just a quick little out route, and he threw it on a dime, and that ball looked like it was a fastball coming out of the pitcher's hand. I mean, it was just cruising. So yeah, he's got a strong arm. So
this is kind of more of a joke question, real quick. Do you think Kyler Murray would have thrown that touchdown pass against New England in the Super Bowl a couple years back? No, just back play call.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to put that.
You got a workhorse in the backfield. Give it to the workhorse.
Yeah.
Give it to the workhorse.
I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, I mean, you got to.
I was hoping you would do a hot take for a second, but
Yeah, no. That was just
that was a bad play call, but
yeah. I don't know what Pete Carroll's thinking there.
do you
Every once in a while you win, lose some, and Pete Carroll lost that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to move on next time?
Who will be the next highest paid quarterback?
This one's interesting because there's a lot of different ways this could go.
Yeah, especially with all the quarterback shifting of this year has just been ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
If we can hit on that real quick, I mean, just how many starting quarterbacks have gone down? And just failed. I mean, just miserably failed starting quarterbacks, and you see their backups come in and play just as good, if not better, and that starts to make the question: are we evolving at quarterback? Or are we starting?
Do we overvalue the quarterback position?
Yeah. And are we taking the next step as getting rid of some of these older quarterbacks? And are we moving on to the next generation? I see it happening slowly.
Yeah. Like literally, if you asked me this question like 3 or 4 years ago, I probably would have answered Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's. I mean,
I'm saying he might be traded.
In my opinion, Cam Newton next season. It depends on how the rest of the season goes. I mean, if Kyle Allen starts falling apart, then I see him keeping him there. But if he plays the way he's been playing and Christian McCaffrey keeps running the ball the way they have, I definitely see Cam Newton getting traded or using him as a piece somewhere else.
Let's put that topic in a little later because that's going to be part of my other thing. But sorry, I didn't mean to go.
No, you're fine.
But no, I think it will be. Who will it be? So opportunity to be the highest paid quarterback because his contract's up pretty soon, and I think Dallas, Dallas owner, what's his name? Jerry Jones. I mentioned him in the last video. Jerry Jones, I feel like he likes to support his quarterbacks. He did that with Tony Romo.
Oh,
even though Tony Romo was just an average quarterback.
Yeah, very middle.
Yeah. I like him as an announcer.
Yeah.
But he likes to support his quarterbacks, and if Dak wants that money, which I think he does, I think he might be it. Maybe.
Okay. I see that also, Dak Prescott, but I also see it going completely opposite. Dak Prescott held out a year trying because Jerry Jones didn't want to give him money at the.
You mean wait?
Yeah, they were going to sign a contract at the end of the year. And Jerry Jones said, "Well, I don't know if I want to give you that much. This is what I will give you." And Dak said, "I'll hold out a year, and I'll show you how good I really am, and get paid more."
I like that though.
Yeah, and this year I haven't seen it though. I mean, he's a C+, B- quarterback. A lot of Zeke Elliott. You bring a receiver in to try to make your team better, and it's just I don't see it. I see him losing. I see him losing money after the season.
I can see that, but I would judge this on the base off if they get into the championship or the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If they get in those two things, or either one of those two things,
then he's
going to get paid, even if it's not because of him.
Mm-hmm.
I just can see that happening.
My guy, I got to see him making the most money. I guess this is really iffy. I'm going on a limb here because I don't believe it's going to happen, but I could see it. Teddy Bridgewater team and get that paper.
Yeah, because if he was in the free agent market right now, he'd be the best free agent quarterback.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Within the I think you're basing this off of what happened with Kirk Cousins. And
what I'm also throwing out there, and why I'm saying this is kind of risky. I can also see Teddy Bridgewater saying, well, you know what, Drew Brees probably has 2-3 more seasons.
Yeah.
I'll sit behind him. And then when I know I'm coming in, I got young Michael Thomas. I got a young Alvin Kamara. I got a great offense that I can just fit right into, and I don't have to worry about if I have an opportunity to make plays. I'll have a great coach. So I can see him going somewhere and getting paid really well, but I can also see him sitting back and saying, I'm going to wait and I'll take over this team once Drew Brees retires. Yeah.
No, winning is clearly very important to him because the Dolphins offered him a spot, but Dolphins probably would have used him for like a half a year and then throw Rosen in, and then he'll have to find another spot with less leverage over it.
Yeah, I think he saw. I'm not going. back on the
Why teams
back on the Dolphins. The Dolphins are just
a train wreck.
yeah,
It's almost entertaining.
They're a trash fire. You know what I mean? They're just awful. They're the most. I mean, I don't see them winning a game all season.
Yeah, I don't know any of their games, but they've been running this like amoeba defense.
Yeah,
and it literally makes me so mad because it's like you're basically leaving your defense out, like your defensive line out to dry because they're not going to get pass rush in that kind of defense.
And the thing, this is kind of a thing I want to hit on. The Dolphins have how many draft picks? I mean, ridiculous amount of draft picks this year, and they're also, I think they're dumpster firing on purpose. I mean, they're throwing games away on purpose. Back to the defense, you say they're running. I think they're doing that. I think they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, no, there was a couple plays where I'm like, that feels like on purpose, man. Yeah. I mean, honestly, the players want to play, but I would be severely interested if the coaches aren't on it. I don't believe the players aren't on it because if they play badly, then they won't have another team to go to.
They lose their money.
Yeah, but the coach, if the owner's like, hey, just below this season, and you'll have a job after this, but just below this season so you can get more draft picks, more accumulate some higher talent, and I could totally see that because it. Yeah, sorry, a little off topic, but that was bugging me so much.
Oh, I see it. I see it happen. I see it. They're tanking on purpose. They want young talent. They want to build off of it, and I think that's why they put Rosen out. I mean, they took him out and they said we're going to start him, and they said no, we're not. We're going to put Fitzpatrick in. And I see why. I think they don't want Rosen to get hurt. They want him to grow, learn a little bit. Yeah. Next season, I see him starting when they get all these new young talent, fresh class coming in. I see him kind of emptying house on a lot of their second, third string people right now, emptying those out. And replace them with draft picks. So
I feel bad for some of those players.
If you're Miami, player, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Back to the topic though. No, it would be interesting. Another Florida team. So, if what's the quarterback for Tampa Bay? Jameis Winston. If he goes out, do you think he would get paid a lot of money somewhere?
I don't see it. I see him. I see somebody picking him up as a. Sorry, Jameis Winston. I see somebody picking him up as a backup quarterback. Yeah, I just see it that way.
I agree. I just wanted to see your take because a lot of people like him, but he just didn't pan out, man.
No, horrible decision making. Horrible. I mean, just horrible decision making.
When Larry Fitzpatrick is a better decision maker than you, all respect to, Larry Fitzpatrick, but Ryan. Yeah, Ryan. But he's also a terrible decision maker. When you make worse decisions than him, that's a bad sign.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. So I see Jameis going somewhere.
I think he might be like a transitional. I think this is what I could see. He could get paid decent money with the Bengals, and the Bengals drafting for a quarterback and have him start the first 5 games.
I can see that.
Kind of like how Browns did.
But back to that.
Yeah.
Now that we're on the Bengals, what were they thinking? Andy Dalton's you can't blame Andy Dalton for their I mean, if you go back and look at his stats, I can pull them up real quick. They're good. They're really good, and then they pull him just because they're a tanking team.
They need some kind of headline, for views, I guess.
Yeah, so they pull him, and Andy Dalton's mad. I mean, he's not happy. He said, well, why wouldn't they pull me before the trade deadline?
Yeah, so you could test out the market a little bit. Yeah.
And that just popped something in my head. Could you imagine Andy Dalton going and taking over for the Chicago Bears right now?
So my opinion on Andy Dalton is kind of a little loose because I haven't seen him play a lot. Yep. So admittedly, I'm not the best person to ask about Andy Dalton. But I think he's an average quarterback that can play in an agency. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's the best option, but he's definitely an upgrade.
Yeah, what they should have done, if Cincinnati really wanted to make, if that was their decision was, well, Andy Dalton's not the guy, we're going to put him on the bench. Mm-hmm. Then put him out there on the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Chicago Bears.
Get something out of him.
Chicago Bears at the time, they probably would have at least looked at the decision.
I would hope so if they were serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you have to because
your
defense can hold you in games.
Yeah.
They're going to hold you there. Can your offense make that next play to get you in the end zone?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's hard saying. I just can't imagine Andy Dalton being on the Bears, though. Straight up trade?
I don't see him trading away a draft pick, but maybe.
I think
maybe a late round draft pick.
A late round draft pick and just Trubisky.
Just get rid of him.
Yeah. Get him out of the building.
At this point, you gotta just get rid of him. And I don't think it's all Trubisky's fault. I mean, he's a young guy and he didn't have time to grow. I mean, that's the issue with the league now. It's a win now mentality.
He didn't have a lot of starts when he was in college.
Yeah.
And, that's a big red flag for me. Yeah. I noticed that a lot of quarterbacks that don't get a lot of starts in college struggle. You know what I mean? Their decision making is not great. I noticed that he likes to run the ball more than he likes to pass. I can't remember what game it was, but he made straight eye contact with his tight end, wide open. He's scrambling and runs the ball.
Yeah, and that's just and a lot of it. I think is just confidence. I don't think he has the confidence to throw the ball, and I think the issue with Trubisky.
He's not inaccurate. He's just not consistent. He doesn't have a great arm.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a number one receiver to take over a game. You know, I mean, if you need Aaron Rodgers to have one guy to take over a game, he can help take over a game with one guy. If you need Matt Stafford to throw to Marvin Jones Jr., he'll throw 4 touchdowns to Marvin Jones Jr.
That was great. That made me feel so good. I was like, man, that guy really actually did work out.
And then but Adam Thielen or Stephon Diggs for
back in the day.
I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank right now. Quarterback for Minnesota.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, so I mean, if you need Kirk Cousins to take over a game and throw the ball to one guy, they have that one guy. If you need Chicago to take over a game and throw to one guy, who's that one guy? Yeah. You don't have it. Yeah. So I think his confidence. Yeah, I think his confidence is tanking.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I don't think he had enough time to sit back and learn that.
These videos are not helping, by the way, his confidence.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I know he's probably not watching this. Actually, if he is, I am sorry. Please keep watching.
Yeah. But I just say it. He didn't have enough time to grow, and they threw him into an atmosphere that they want to win now.
Yeah.
Atmosphere. I mean, that's the issue anymore is you get these quarterbacks that can come in the NFL and change the game their rookie season. But that's not everybody. I mean, some people need time to sit back and behind somebody and grow. And I don't see anybody getting any time to grow. It
seems like teams are expecting after 1 year to be in the Super Bowl, like Seahawks, after his, Russell Wilson's second year, they won a Super Bowl. Same with Carson Wentz and with the Eagles. I know he didn't play in the Super Bowl, but it was a large reason why they got there.
Yeah, I mean? Yeah, and then on top of that, you got Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. He goes to the AFC playoff, in his first season starting as a quarterback. So it's putting so much pressure on these young quarterbacks that,
Yeah, remember when quarterbacks used to sit down for 2 to 3 years? How many, Aaron Rodgers sat.
Yeah, he sat behind Brett Favre. And look how that panned out.
Yeah.
And, everybody knows he was a talent. But they gave him time to grow and learn from somebody as in Brett Favre, and so
even if they benefited, even doesn't seem like they actually liked each other, they still learned from each other just by watching each other. You know what I mean? How they handled things.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man. You want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah, we'll go to the next one. Sure.
Can before we go to the next topic, so I don't sound stupid, who's the Ohio State defensive end that went to Nick
Bosa.
His
brother and Joey. I always get those guys mixed up, so I want to make sure I wasn't going to say Joey also.
So our next topic is Rookie of the Year conversation. I think Nick Bosa could win Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God!
I don't even think it's a conversation at this point. I just think
he's ran away with it so far.
It's just like name another rookie out there that's doing the things he's doing.
I don't even want to say what's his name, quarterback for the Jaguars.
Minshew. Yeah. I mean,
I like Minshew, but he's not.
No, he's not doing any. I mean,
he's not making effects like Bosa is.
No. Nick Bosa's changed that defense. It's made it obvious.
Yeah, I feel like college football is sweating over Nick Bosa. You know why? Because here's the thing: if players can sit out for an entire year and not affect their draft level and play at the level he is, I can't imagine. Like, I can see players next year doing the exact same thing, multiple. Like, if they get injured like early on in the season, even if it's just a 2-week injury, I could see them saving up for the draft.
Yeah.
And
back to that.
Yeah.
I think the next biggest guy coming out of college football is coming from Ohio State again. Chase Young.
Yeah.
He's gonna change. He's gonna go to another team, and he's gonna do what Bosa's doing. I mean, it's just
I could see him doing the exact same thing Bosa did. Like, if he gets injured early on, or injured at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know at this point. It's crazy to say for the defensive side of the ball. I mean, Dwayne Haskins, he goes and he needs to learn. He
needs to develop.
And he needs
he went to a different team.
Yeah. He needs some time to develop, and it's not the right team for him, not the right fit. And if they're smart, they'll get rid of him next season if it don't work out, and get a draft pick or two for him for a team that could use him.
Yeah.
Interesting place I could see him going would be Tampa Bay. He's just that would be almost a fit for him.
Yeah. More closer to the offense he's wanting to run.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, no, I thought this was like most rookie, like last year, the rookie rookie of the year conversation was a lot more interesting. This year it's not.
It's straightforward.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa, the trophy.
Yeah. By the way, last year, do you think Baker Mayfield should have won?
No. I mean, he had a great year last year, so I guess I can't say all.
He has the most touchdowns as a rookie quarterback.
I guess he should.
What more did he have to do?
I guess he should have won it, but I mean, after seeing this year, it's just he's a disappointment.
I wouldn't say that. I would say his footwork's fallen apart this year. Like, his footwork prior to last year was almost perfect. When he was at Oklahoma, his footwork was perfect. But this year, it just seems like he's not paying attention to the little things anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not as accurate, and that was like the one thing about him.
I mean, everybody's like he's accurate and he can make a play. Drag it on, make it longer. And he hasn't done that this year.
Yeah.
I mean, and his decision making is just. I mean, you have Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. How much more help do you want?
Offensive line.
Yeah, but if they wanted to, they could just hand the ball to Chubb and say, "Here, carry it another 30 times a game."
I think they're going to get hot though.
Oh yeah,
because they play a bunch of garbage teams, and we're going to have to deal with the annoyance of that.
I watched a lot of Colin Cowherd. Shout out to Colin. I agree with them. They can go 9-7 still, but I think that's part of that's benefiting from an easy schedule.
I find their arguments between Colin and Baker's arguments.
Oh my god!
I find it so hilarious. It's clearly for the camera, but it's so fun.
And Colin, at this point, Colin needs to just get off of Baker.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody sees it.
Yeah,
everybody knows we're right about him. Everybody sees it. So I mean, we'll see 2-3 years what happens, but at this point, Colin was right. So congrats, Colin, and get off of it. Leave him alone. Let him play some football. So.
Oh, that was fun. Okay, let's move on to MVP. This is hard.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
It used to be Patrick Mahomes, automatically, but that injury, I don't know how how well he's going to come back from that, considering his legs are big.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of his footwork and misdirection and opening up big plays downfield and extending a play a little bit.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, I mean, he's still going to be a good quarterback, but I don't know. Is it going to turn out like what happened to RG3? That is my biggest worry, where they send him out way too early and then he re-injures that leg.
Yeah.
And then literally his career is pretty much over.
Yeah, I mean,
for the most part. RG3 is the backup quarterback for Baltimore now, but
bringing that up, I like that. You got somebody that plays almost the same. Obviously, Lamar's better than RG3.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that's a good situation to have. I bet RG3's happy in his situation right now.
For sure.
Yeah,
he's still playing football.
Yeah,
he's behind the starting quarterback.
That's a lot like him.
Yeah, winning team, and if he jumps in, it's basically the offense he wants to run.
So. Yeah, no, definitely. But I think Lamar Jackson's in the conversation.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's doing a lot.
Yeah.
Another one I want to throw out, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
He's having a monster season. I mean,
he's such a good player, but everyone forgets to talk about him. And, MVP.
Yes.
He's scary good. But, I don't know. Maybe it's because the Seahawks, the Seahawks are, they're far north, right? Atlanta's far north.
I want to say they're...
I meant where they're located.
Oh, yeah.
So, they're not a big budget. So I understand why people forget about him, but he's such a good player. I almost kind of wish he went to, a more, San Francisco or something. Yeah. I know he won't, but, that would have been interesting if he did. But,
yeah, because everybody would be talking about him left and right.
Yeah, no.
Another guy I want to throw out there, a lot of people probably aren't thinking about him, is Christian McCaffrey. That guy, he is, as a running back, he has how many passing yards, receiving yards, rushing yards, all-purpose yards. I mean, he's just putting that offense together. I mean, he's holding it. I mean, Kyle Allen, in respect to him, he's had a great season coming in, taking over for Cam. Yeah. But, Carolina, that rushing game with Christian McCaffrey scared. You go in there. Every coach goes in and they look at Christian McCaffrey, and when they game plan against Carolina, that's the guy. Everybody.
They're not worried about Cam when he's healthy. They're worried about McCaffrey, which is funny because I remember I was watching the draft and we were in the locker room at Trine, and our wide receivers coach was he's I don't know if he's still there or not, but he was a Carolina fan. And I remember when they drafted McCaffrey, he was so mad because at the time he wanted an offensive lineman or something, something. I bet he's happy about it now.
Oh yeah, he's happy. Yeah,
I haven't talked to him a little bit, but yeah, I definitely believe that he's really happy.
Yeah, for sure. I can see him getting in the conversation. So.
Yeah, definitely. What about what do you think about Aaron Rodgers?
Great year he's having.
Yeah. I mean, he had a perfect quarterback rating last game against the Raiders, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing I see with that is a lot of that's defensive power.
Yeah.
That it's scary to see Aaron Rodgers have a rushing game.
Good defense.
And a good defense. It's scary.
Yeah, that's how they won their first Super Bowl. Their first Super Bowl. Oh, well, not their first Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers' first Super Bowl.
And that brings me back to the hardest division of football. I mean, you have.
I set myself up for that.
Yeah, we walked into that one. You have Aaron Rodgers, a great defense. In my opinion, would you rather have San Francisco or Green Bay if you're trying to make a playoff?
I have the 49ers on my schedule than the Green Bay. I know.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, Green Bay is scary right now.
Yeah.
The fact that they have two guys that can run the ball and a good D. I mean, so. Hats off.
Well, I give you that one. You were right about the first topic. I'm done arguing that.
I had to come back and put the Green Bay.
Yeah, that was good. I appreciate you did that. But I think Aaron Rodgers would have been in there if it wasn't for the fact that Teddy Bridgewater took over and did almost just as well. Yeah, I mean, I love Drew Brees. I think there's a deer outside.
Oh wow, that is a big doe. Well,
okay, sorry.
Well, guys, sorry about that. That's a big doe we had. Anyway, I've been hunting all year and haven't got nothing, so that's nice to see. I'm gonna have to go out tonight.
Yeah. But definitely, I think if it wasn't for the fact that he took over, if Teddy Bridgewater didn't take over, I think he would have been in the conversation. I like Drew Brees. He's a shorter quarterback that.
And this brings a question to my mind. I know Teddy Bridgewater is a great quarterback. He's done things in Minnesota. But my concern here now, all of a sudden, is Drew Brees just part of a system quarterback?
Don't say that, man. Don't do that. You might be right, but oh man.
I know. I mean, it's just
because he had a couple bad years.
Yeah, and Teddy Bridgewater just steps in and it takes over
production. Yeah, went down. Usually when a not a rookie quarterback, when a backup quarterback comes in, production goes down. Even if they're good, production just automatically kind of.
Yeah, you can count on it going down.
Yeah,
by 50 yards a game.
Yeah. but this game at least. But he took over. It is like same guy. Like it feels like the same guy, different jersey,
different number, different last name, but it looks like the same offense, and that brings it to they're a great coach team. I mean, Alvin Kamara goes out, and Latavius Murray is having a fantastic. So I think a lot of it's they have a good offensive line. They have Michael Thomas, arguably one of the better. I mean, he's top 5 receiver in the league. I can name a couple guys that I would put in front of him, but he's top 5.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I see it where Drew Brees he's an all-time. He's gonna be an all-timer. No matter what. No matter what Brees has record after record. But
he beat the last Manning's record last year, correct? Yeah, for most touchdowns or something like that. Yeah.
But I mean, it also brings up the last 2-3 years when Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara in the backfield.
And in the system
and building the offensive line is Drew Brees been favored by a system the last 2-3 years. Obviously, we know prior to that, he had to do a lot of work. He had to do a lot of work, but the last couple of years, I think the coaching and everybody's done a good job of supporting Drew Brees and making it good for him. So he was having a good year, but now that Teddy Bridgewater comes in and plays like that, is it a system quarterback?
Yeah. So my question is, last year watching the Saints in the playoffs. Drew Brees, like late in the season, looked kind of like his arm looked a little weaker, probably because of age.
Yeah.
Do you think in the playoffs, if Drew Brees starts falling apart like he did last year?
Bridgewater's coming in.
Oh, okay. I just want to see. Yeah, I doubt it, but man, I would love to see that happen. That would be so cool.
And to that, I mean, how unlucky are the Saints?
Oh yeah,
when it comes to playoffs. I mean, they could have beat Minnesota easily. That game, they should have won that game. And then all of a sudden, this blown call that missed them a Super Bowl. I mean, and this year they're looking like they're going to make it. I mean, they're a scary football team also, but they're just
unlucky as all get out. Like,
I mean, if you look at their division here, I mean, there's only 2 people in that division that's worth anything. So I mean, they have a guaranteed 4 games a season, in my opinion. Tampa Bay and Atlanta, you're guaranteed 4 wins.
Yeah. Atlanta, I can't believe how trash Atlanta is. Like that's surprising.
They have a nasty. I mean, they have a great roster, good running back, good quarterback, good coaching, good receiver. I mean, their offense
not too long ago.
Their offense is built to win, and they're 1-7. I don't know what's going on. There's going to be a lot of firing.
Out of all the teams that are on the bottom, I feel like Atlanta has the best roster that's on the bottom of the division.
I mean, look down here. I mean, the Arizona, Atlanta, Chicago.
Maybe Chicago. Redskins trash. Like, Bronco didn't get a sack until like week 3.
Good defense, which is surprising. They have good names on defense, but nothing done with it. Tennessee.
Tennessee could be good, but they're still kind of rebuilding. They don't know what they're doing at quarterback.
In Cincinnati. In Miami. So, I mean, Atlanta has the best roster for the bottom. Next would have to be Arizona on the next for the bottom. So, that's good. Well, Chicago has great.
I would say Chicago would be right there, too.
Yeah, if Chicago had a better quarterback and one receiver, I think Chicago would be absolutely contender. I mean, they would change.
That's crazy, how big of a difference that would make.
Yes.
But let's move on to the next topic. And this one's your topic, so I'm going to let you read this one.
The biggest thing you wanted to see a team make a progression on in the trade. I mean,
that didn't happen.
I mean, things that
you know where I'm going.
Things that we wanted to see happen that didn't happen.
Oh, you know where I'm going. Listen,
and I go first. And I'm going with the Lions because I'm a Lions fan and I follow them true to the pride. And
I got a sweatshirt recently, so I know.
One pride.
Unfortunately.
Help Matt Stafford. Come on, do something. I mean, there's a left tackle in Washington that they were willing to trade. We didn't get him. That would have helped a lot. We could have went and we could have pursued Melvin Gordon, and instead we went for Devontae Freeman from Atlanta, and Atlanta's not getting rid of him. So we should have stepped back and said, okay, well, our chances of getting Melvin Gordon are higher. They already have Austin Eckler, who's having a fantastic year. I mean, team's not doing that great, but Austin Eckler's having a fantastic year. So you're going to have to pay one of those guys here pretty soon. You're going to have to pay him big money. You're going to
definitely.
You're going to have to pay one of them some big money.
Figure it out now.
So you could have got something because at the end of the year,
it reminds me of the Golden Tate situation last year. It reminds me a lot of that.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon's a free agent at the end of the season. At the trade deadline, offer him for something, get a pick or something.
Because we're not paying that for
no, they're not paying
for that for the type of wide receiver he is. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense for us.
Yeah, so that's why we got rid of Gordon or Tate.
Yeah.
But the Melvin Gordon thing, could you imagine how different the offense would be? We would be probably one of the best offenses in the NFL. I mean, we're second or third in passing.
Yeah.
And then 22nd in rushing. So the rushing's killing us.
Yeah.
If you could have picked up a workhorse like Melvin Gordon,
I thought they were going to do it.
Yeah, probably would have took a couple draft picks. I mean, I don't know if they were working on it where they would have been at that, but you could do that because Kerryon Johnson's been a bust. I mean,
when he's healthy, he's been playing good, but when he's healthy, yeah.
And I
think you still keep him. I don't think you trade him, but I think you don't make him automatically number one
running back anymore. You just can't. You can't give him the workload in it. 2 years ago, I know. And we picked him up from the pretty upset.
Really?
The reason why, I mean, we're second round draft picks. Everybody's like, his whole first,
his
last season
problem's been
it's
something that's been going on for a while now.
I watched him at Auburn, and I realized that second overall draft pick. I think we could have probably got a third or fourth. Probably could have picked up a lineman or something and made a better move.
Yeah.
So realistically, that's my biggest.
I don't 100% agree with what you just said, but you make some really good points.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
But I think personally the Lions are done with this season. Yeah. I personally feel like they're like, okay, tap it in, we're going to get some draft picks. You know what I mean?
You say that now.
Mm-hmm. But they're close. You know,
I just got to pull this up real quick, just because this is something I absolutely am ecstatic to see. If this will look for me.
Just letting you know, I didn't look at all the Lions trade picks. I didn't study for this topic as much as I could have.
Oh no, that's my only thing is I'm trying to find their remainder of their schedule.
They don't have that much. Their schedule is not that hard.
No, they went out. I mean, realistically, their toughest games are going to be in division against Green Bay,
and we almost won last time.
Minnesota, and it's going to be at home against Green Bay. So I can see us winning that. Minnesota, we're going to miss. I think we're going to lose there. So we'll have 2 losses in Minnesota, tied with Green Bay, beat Chicago twice.
Yeah.
I can see it to where. Yeah. And then I'm going to try to pull up the schedule here.
There it is. That's preseason.
Yep. So, I mean, we could easily.
Yeah, we
could beat Oakland. We could beat Chicago. Dallas.
We're going to find out tonight.
Dallas is going to be.
Dallas going to be hard.
We could obviously beat Washington, beat Chicago. Yeah. Minnesota, I said we're going to lose that. Beat Tampa Bay, beat Denver, then beat Green Bay at the end of the season. Yeah, we're in the playoffs.
Yeah. No, I totally agree, but I don't feel like that's what the Lions are going to do.
No, I think.
They could do that, but
I mean, it's a really good, really good argument that they be there and they can be a playoff contender.
I wonder if the coach just doesn't have faith in his roster right now.
Yeah, it's got to be that.
Yeah,
you trade away Quandre Diggs.
Oh, that made me so mad
for a late draft. I mean, you could have.
It wasn't like a 4th or 5th.
No, we traded him in a 6th or traded him and a draft pick for like a 5th round draft pick to jump up 1 round. So we realistically dropped the ball.
You're not going to get a guy as good as Diggs in the 5th round.
And you give Diggs to a team that has just been known for just making secondary players amazing. Yeah. You give him to Seattle.
Oh yeah, he's going to be good in Seattle.
Yeah, he's going to.
The irony is, say if some miracle Lions do make playoffs, like you said.
And they play Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
Quandre Diggs takes an interception at the end of the game.
Yeah, that would literally be so much irony there.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they even put Darius Slay on the trade block.
So I understand why they did. I just wish they didn't.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, you just trade away Quandre Diggs. You're 28th in passing defense, or 32nd, 28th in rushing, 32nd in passing defense in the league. You just get rid of your best safety, in my opinion. And now you're putting your best cornerback on the trade block. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree with you. I don't know what they're doing, honestly, with the roster. Unless, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm lost for words. But yeah, that's my biggest thing. I wish we would win. At least got a strong running back, and I think Melvin Gordon is one that would have fit perfectly. Carry the load. Kerryon Johnson comes back. You can kind of 1-2
Yeah, that would be a good 1-2 right there.
Yeah, next season a good 1-2 running back, and then you still got Kenny Galladay and Marvin on the outside.
I think you would. Yeah.
I think that would have been the way to go. But.
Yeah. Well, let's go to mine. And mine, I think we all know what I'm going to say. Freaking trade for either Teddy Bridgewater or trade for Cam Newton. Chicago, do you understand? Like, oh my God, why did that not happen? I can't take you seriously unless you do one of those two things.
Yeah, they have.
Oh my God,
could you imagine?
Oh,
that would be a turnaround. I mean, that's the reason in the schedule. I see the Lions' schedule becoming
a lot more
because Chicago has just been.
Yeah, they're spinning the wheels right now.
Yeah, I mean their offense is horrible. I know our defense is bad, but our offense is great.
Yeah,
those are gonna be two competitive games because our offense against a good defense.
Teddy Bridgewater was that quarterback at.
It'd be over.
Yeah, it'd be over.
We would lose both games.
Yeah, no, literally, even Cam, like I think Cam is less consistent, but still, Cam has a better arm and can probably run that offense
a lot better than Mitch.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yep. Sorry, I'm not gonna rant about that much more, but.
That was horrible.
Yeah, we all know my feelings about that.
Yeah, that's bad.
Okay, it was. So we're towards the end here. Now we're going to pick 2 games to talk about what we think are going to be the outcomes. And first one is going to be the Lions versus Raiders.
So they're giving the Raiders, looks like 2.5.
2.5.
Yep. They're giving the Raiders 2.5.
I think they're giving it to them because Kansas City might fall a little bit, and Raiders might want to take a run at
a run.
Yeah.
And I see it because it's at Oakland.
Yeah.
Our rushing defense is horrid, and Josh Jacobs is a monster. I mean, that guy can run the ball.
This is like the last season that it matters for the Raiders to play at home because once they, move cities, they're not going to have many fans.
No. I mean it's gonna be hard. So yeah, I mean they gotta make something up.
I think Oakland. I don't like their offense though. I used to like Derek Carr, but now I'm like, hey, he's average.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like, oh, I love Derek Carr. Yeah, he can make this offense.
You know what Derek Carr looks like? You remember our team, Chris Bliss?
Oh,
does he look like Chris Bliss?
Yeah. Got a brother there. So, and back to that, the Oakland situation. I can see this game going either way. I mean, I can see it where Oakland, because it's
a tight game, no matter what.
Oakland can run the ball. So I can see where Oakland runs all over us, but then we can throw the ball on Oakland. We can. Yeah. So it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah. It's going to go down to 1 or 2 plays.
I'm going to take Detroit on the road, 35-31, Detroit.
Okay.
High-scoring game. I don't see a lot of defense coming out and playing good.
No, not at all. I'm going to go the same route as you. I think Detroit will win. But I think the main thing that's going to be differences is that Oakland's going to fumble the ball a little bit more because the Lions have done an underrated job at forcing the ball out. I've been really impressed by that. That's the number one change that I like about the Lions this year. Yep. So I think it would be less close than what you're saying is. The score will be less close, but in actuality, it was a lot closer. I'm thinking 10 to probably 28, and we just score a bunch of points towards the fourth quarter. Okay. But most of the game is going to be competitive.
Yeah. Okay. I can see it. And then I just want to touch on Oakland real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Gruden messed that team up.
I'm glad you said that. I wanted to say that, but I wasn't sure.
Khalil Mack. Okay. Why were you trading with Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper?
Probably probably the 2 best defensive players in that division.
Probably top 3 in the NFL.
Yeah.
You got Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald, and Nick Bosa right now. That's the top 3. And you trade him away for essentially nothing, and then you trade Amari Cooper away, hoping you get Antonio Brown. That don't work. So your offense is a dumpster fire, other than you got a decent run game, and you destroyed the defense. I mean, that team was easily playoff contender with the roster they had when he was there. And now you look at the roster and you're like, Oakland.
Yeah. If they get in the playoffs, they're going to be like just a team that throw away.
A stepping stool.
Yeah,
that's
basically.
That's it.
Yeah, no. I'm glad you said that because I wanted to say that, but I wasn't sure how much of a hot take that was.
Yeah. And that's just the way I feel. I mean, you got to get rid of him. Really? Hiring him was a mistake.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, you got to get rid of him.
I think you give him one more year personally, but I don't think it's going to work out. Yeah.
Now, this is a game I'm excited for.
Oh, go ahead. I hear this.
This is Patriots and Ravens. This is like the game everybody's talking.
Oh, yeah.
This has everybody talking. Lamar Jackson against
I'm getting my homework done early to watch this.
Yeah. I got to find, actually. I want to pull up what they're going to give. I want to see what they're giving New England. They're giving – so they're basically giving New England 3.
Yeah. I think that's a safe bet. Yeah. Because here's the thing. Are they playing at New England?
At Baltimore.
Okay, so that makes it a little more interesting. If it was at New England, I'd be like second year quarterbacks never win in New England. It just doesn't happen. But at Baltimore, that's going to be a close game. Yeah, I think
they just haven't.
Their whole offense feels off this year.
The number 1 rushing defense in the NFL, guess who? Baltimore Ravens. Yeah. So now you're basically putting everything.
I think this might be an upset.
You're putting everything on
Tom Brady.
Which is mentioned that the Ravens passing defense isn't great, and Tom Brady is obviously Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But it's just
the Patriots offense have not looked normal. Like they don't look like how they usually do. I don't know how to explain it. It's not that they're playing bad. Like they're still a good offense. But it's not like that rhythm, you know what I mean? They don't have no rhythm, and I can't explain it. Like
I see it that Baltimore holds the rushing game off. They're gonna make Tom Brady be Tom Brady. They're gonna make him move the ball down the field systematically.
I think Baltimore might score faster though.
I do. I see Baltimore scoring quick. I see Lamar Jackson giving fits to the linebackers of New England. New England linebackers take a step up. Yeah. They start hitting Mark Andrews in the middle, tight end position, and then a couple take the top. Mark Ingram do a couple pounds on him, and I think that Baltimore offense shows that New England defense. I mean, there's a team out there that can compete with that good defense. There is, and I think that's.
By the way, Mark Ingram, most underrated tight end in the league.
Oh, you mean Mark Andrews?
Mark Andrews.
Nobody was talking about him, and now all of a sudden he's a
good tight.
He's a fat
tight end. Like I enjoy watching him.
The double marks on Baltimore are dangerous. Between Mark Ingram running out of the backfield and Mark Andrews on the tight end. I mean, it's they leave their mark, I guess.
Zinger. Knee slapper there.
So I mean, I'm gonna take this as
I'm assuming you're on with Baltimore.
Tom Brady's gonna move the ball down the field. They're gonna get a couple big plays here and there. I
just feel like
short dink and dunk. I feel like Tom Brady has a great game, but I feel like ultimately Lamar Jackson's new quarterback from Lamar Jackson is nothing Belichick's seen before. I mean, Belichick just has not seen it. Nobody's really seen it since Michael Vick, and Michael Vick even came out and said he's got a better throwing arm than Vick did.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think he's going to give them fits, and I see him winning by 10. I don't know what the score is going to be.
It's hard.
It's probably going to be, probably 17-27, 17-28, and I see Baltimore winning.
So I'm going to go with 17-21. I think it's going to be a little bit closer. It's going to come down to like one or two big plays that I feel like Baltimore is more capable of doing.
Yeah, to see that New England going on the road, they're great, but they're playing against a young quarterback. Baltimore, these fans are absolutely loving Lamar Jackson right now. They're loving him.
Yeah, I like Lamar Jackson.
And everybody's loving Mark Andrews. I just see the offense, just everybody's loving and awe with this. So I see him at home.
It's crazy how athletic he is. Like, he could have played wide receiver.
Oh, he could have played anyway. I mean, he could have played running. If you put out another 50 pounds and put him in the backfield and somebody,
he would.
You'd be like, I got Lamar Jackson in the backfield.
Yeah.
You still say that now with him the quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah,
I'm glad to have you on the show. I want to have you more often, and if we can make this like a bi-weekly thing or whenever we can.
Yeah, I mean, awesome. As soon as if I get time off and I'm available to go, I'm all set to go.
We're definitely doing the recap on the Lions the Thanksgiving game because there's no way we're not going to do that.
Yeah, we have to have a recap on that. Yeah. Who are they playing Thanksgiving this year?
I don't know.
The Lions.
Is it a division game?
I believe.
I really hope it is,
but I can't remember.
Who's going to make me depressed this Thanksgiving?
Yeah, exactly. Let's click on the schedule. I remember I looked this up at work with somebody, and we found out who we were playing. And
you're still selling cars, correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
what is going on here?
Probably got hacked by Skynet.
Oh no! That's, wow. Okay.
Got it.
That's me being silly. Yeah. It was an advertisement. I was like,
man, you not know what these ads are.
I took up the whole screen. Well, ridiculous.
Yeah. So you're not going to be our computer guy.
No, I'm not tech. I am not the tech guy here. Yeah. So it looks like
it's the end of November, isn't it?
Dallas.
Dallas?
Yeah, we're playing Dallas. At Ford Field, though. At Ford Field. At 1 p.m. I mean, Lions play great on Thanksgiving. I'm happy that's when we're playing Dallas, honestly.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one, though. Like, is it Dallas?
I want to make sure I'm right.
I don't even know. I don't like Thanksgiving personally, so call me an American, but Thanksgiving is just hanging out with a bunch of people you don't like that just happen to share blood, you know?
Yeah.
Any family members here that I apologize. It's not you, it's me.
I'm sorry. Why is my calendar not?
No, it's the November 28th.
Oh, no, yeah. Chicago.
We're dumb.
Yeah. Obviously it's on a Thursday. So sorry about that.
Yeah, we're dumb. We're both dumb.
But Chicago. That's a winnable game. I was hoping we played Dallas.
It's going to be a low-scoring game, period.
Yeah. I was hoping we played Dallas at home on Thanksgiving. That's probably our toughest task on our schedule, other than Minnesota and Green Bay.
Yeah.
For the next until the end of the season. So, if it would have been Dallas on Thanksgiving at home, I think that's a lot easier for us to take them in that game than sitting
Chicago.
there.
Chicago's going. I predict that score to be like 14 to like.
Yeah,
it's going to be
14-10.
Yeah.
It's going to be a low-scoring game. A lot of rush yards for both teams. Yeah, for Chicago and a lot of pass yards for the Lions.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're good here. I think we're almost at an hour, just about. So we're gonna put this on YouTube. Try to split it up. I'm definitely gonna put this as a whole.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, if you enjoyed watching, watch my other videos and see you next week. I think I'm going to do the Green Bay. No, I already did Green Bay. I think I'm doing the Vikings next.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Who are they playing next week? Just so
yeah.
I just want to throw my take out there because I probably won't be here next week.
Yeah.
I
didn't wait. Just kidding. You're always welcome here, bud.
What is? So they're playing. They're playing Dallas. That'll be a good one to call. Dallas. Oh yeah. Dallas and Vikings. That'll be a good one.
Yeah. All right.
So I take Vikings by 21, but
okay.
I just don't. I'm not big. I'm not big on Dallas. I'm not big on Dallas.
Really?
I'm not big on Dallas.
Okay.
They got a good run game. I think Dak Prescott's a little bit. I mean,
We should get more in depth sometime with this. Yeah. I want to hear your take sometime about that.
Yeah.
Because maybe before playoffs we'll talk about Dallas or something like that because they're definitely going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, I think
they're going to be way overhyped.
I think they make it there, and I think it's all on Zeke Elliott. I think it's on Zeke Elliott.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear more about that. Okay. We're going to cut it.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. That was good.